Are live. I am Savage Squishy 86, and this is our continuing and new upcoming playthrough of Real Survival with Chris Redfield. Last time we played, we finished Jill Valentine, which was a monumental uh, run of a sorts, but a little bit easier than what we're going to get into here. Chris will be a little bit more challenging for us as far as with inventory space and the necessity of needing small keys to unlock certain doors. So we're going to have a little bit of our work cut out for us with this harder raising of the stakes, if you will. The same rules apply. We essentially will have a limited number of munitions and healing items, so we're going to need to pick our battles very diligently and very carefully. We also will not have access to an abundance of kerosene, so we will need to try to mitigate the uses of kerosene as much as possible, preferably by piling corpses accordingly to the assortments of needs based on the details surrounding the next measure of exchange with enemies that we encounter, particularly if we're going in there with the influence of basically trying to get out of here in one piece. Uh, the other effect is essentially that we will also have the item box is not linked again, like in Jill's Valentine's game. We essentially will not have the item boxes linked to the surrounding other item boxes, which will make it very difficult that you will only have to get the items from that particular box. You will not be able to access it from any other box. So what you get is what you get. What you leave behind is what you leave behind. And essentially, in that order will be the basis of what we pursue. So Barry will not be saving our bacon. That will strictly be dependent on us, with the exception if we get poisoned. Rebecca will essentially be the one who saves Chris's life. So, with any luck, we'll hopefully have an easy time with this, and we won't die too much, which I doubt that it'll even come to that. So, we're just getting ourselves pretty much established here. Bear with me. I hope everyone has had a wonderful day so far. So let's get right into the action.
Resident Evil.
Now, because we completed the game on hard difficulty, we've actually unlocked a new Stars outfit for Chris. Essentially, this is the outfit he will be wearing when we play Resident Evil Code Veronica. A bit of an offshoot to his traditional Stars uniform, but still a recall to the classic origins of the old games. So, but essentially, you can gain access to his BSAA uniform look, his undercover Stars uniform look, his traditional Stars uniform look, as well as his secondary uniform look from Resident Evil Code Veronica. So I think we will go ahead and play with this one for a change. Now with Chris, obviously we want to be a little bit more dependent on the knife whenever we can because he has a better reach with it. So get comfortable with using your knife for a little while because we'll probably be doing that for quite a bit. We'll definitely still use up our ammos for the handgun specifically, but we will definitely probably be hulking the handgun a little less with Chris. Having the knife will be handy, and it'll be a little bit less
There are only
of a
three.
space consumer. Will be taking away all the ammos and such that we'll be taking with Chris. So let's get into there. So obviously, first right away, we want to do is grab the ink ribbon right away and head right into the corridor with Kenneth. I really love the vest. The vest is probably my favorite bit about it. It basically has that big, wide insignia of Chris's role. Couple slices isn't going to really do anything for us. We just want to damage him a little bit. We don't want to put him down yet. We don't have kerosene to burn his body if we do, so. But that will be good enough in that respect. So let's go ahead and head out to the main hall, and we'll find that Wesker has taken Jill.
Wesker?
Go ahead and take Jill's gun on the floor. And then we're going to head into the art room to our right. Typical, I would like to go about saving it, but I don't want to really see that happen. I also don't hopefully want to see myself using the save, this defense weapon that we'll get from back of this art gallery, but we'll see what happens. Instead, we're going to push this chest down to get the first floor map of the mansion's first floor. I was just catching up on a little bit of Division. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, I've got my hands on 2 new games that I am really looking forward to playing. Dying Light 2, Stay Human, and Doom, The Dark Ages. So they are now effectively off my list of games to get. I took advantage of the sale, and luckily for me, I got a good sale for both games. So that's 2 less games I need to get. They are obviously stored on my external, so I'll get to them eventually, but not anytime soon. So we're going to just wait for him to come a little bit closer. Oh, we hoped he wouldn't grab us, but it looks like he did. Fucking dick. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Alright. We need to restart that. Damn sticks got me screwed up. So, let's go ahead and restart that. That was a shit show. Luckily, we didn't really have to go very far to get going, so that was very annoying. I figured he would have lunged at us a little bit sooner, but it doesn't seem like that was the case. So I guess we'll just run it again and give it another go. I guess Jill must be easier to avoid getting grabbed than Chris. So, but it doesn't matter. I don't want to use that defense item, and I definitely don't want to take damage. I did plenty of both. So that was a little frustrating. So let's give it another shot.
There are...
That was a little risky. I kind of thought he would actually lunge at me the minute I went a little bit back, but I guess that didn't happen, so... A little bit irritating, to say the least, but unavoidable given the circumstances, so... Real survival is definitely going to put anyone's test to the metal. Invisible enemy is hard, but I personally feel real survival offers the greatest authenticity to a survival horror aspect. And also, that goes without saying that you will obviously have to deal with the potential implication of the manual aiming, so get yourself acquainted with the manual aiming of basically circling the camera to where you get the knife to strike accordingly. So that is imperative. I mean, doesn't extend to guns, but essentially also knives as well. So let's try this dance again. Grab Jill's gun and then head directly into the art gallery room. What do you want, chunk? Weird cat. Yeah, I see you. They see you on cam too. Just out of shot. Get out of here. Or I'll beat you. So we're gonna go ahead and do this again. Push the shelving down. Climb up, grab the first floor map. Great. Drop down, and then head directly into the back and grab that dagger. And then let's see if we can get lucky and not get grabbed this time. If you do get grabbed, use the dagger and just get out of there. If you don't, then great. Yep, we got grabbed. So, unfortunately, we're not going to have a defensive dagger for protection, at least for now. which is a little irritating. I mean, I guess maybe it is a little easier time for Jill because she has a smaller stature, but I don't know, animation-wise, you kind of would think that it would make a little bit sense to have him just lunge a little bit, but it seems like that was kind of off-putting in terms of angle, so, but it doesn't really matter. We got what we needed, and, well, we used it, so. We will go ahead and save our game, though, for once, just for the sake of the fact that we got away from that situation unscathed. So go ahead and save it. Overwrite the data for the real survival run there. I do separate saves, as I said again. As I said before, I do not do the same save with both Chris and Jill because I do not want to create the most dangerous zombie mode. You basically get that by unlocking it, by completing the game once with Jill and Chris in the same save slot. I do not want to do that because I do not want to have to run for my life. Now, I have found out that if you get all the death masks, that will essentially cancel out the most dangerous zombie mode, but that is a long, long time between getting the death masks from the start and then as you progress forward. So in that time, you essentially are beset to be attacked by Joseph, or I mean Forrest, essentially any time with his suicide vest on, which I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to rush. I don't want to be pressured. And that is just not my idea of a good time. So I avoid that by making 2 separate saves for both characters respectively, and essentially going over that thing. It also means that you got to be extra careful not to overwrite your save, like I did before, like an idiot, and ultimately, sabotage yourself and, completely upend the potentials of having 2 save slots available to you. So once you grab the green herbs here, immediately beeline it down the hallway, grab the golden arrow, grab the magazine off the floor directly ahead of the mirror in the corner here. And obviously we will have the other zombie here we will need to contend with, so hopefully we can dodge him. Come on, you fucking thing! Oh, you son of a bitch. Very irritating, but we didn't exactly have the wiggle room to get by him. And unfortunately, he grabbed us at that last point of entry. So go ahead and check your golden arrow and grab the jade arrow off the golden arrow, the arrowhead, the jade arrowhead off the golden arrow. Then head outside through the mural painting door on the steps. Get your knife equipped too, because we're going to drop these zombies out here. Get out of here. I swear to goodness. You're going to bug me. So once we get to this point, we're going to immediately try to cut down some of these zombies here. These 2 zombies here essentially will be the only ones we need to contend with. Once we dispatch that zombie, we're going to head over here, get this one's attention, and lead him away. Welcome to the stream, viewer. Good morning, good afternoon. Go ahead and use the arrowhead, and then just immediately turn around with a quick turn using the analog stick or the down and square button, and just set yourself up to where you can get some easy slashes with your knife. You want to be just out of reach. Obviously, that's not too far out of reach. That's essentially a good position where we are just out of reach of him from grabbing us, but we essentially have the means to attack him with melee attacks from the knife. So he will wander away and try to come back. Once he does, get a couple more swipes on him. Come on. that will take care of him. Easy work. So once we have that taken care of, head down the stairs and grab the Book of Curses. And on top of that, the sword key embedded in the back of it. So once we have the sword key, we're going to double back. We obviously can't grab the shotgun shells out here right now, so we're going to double back to the main hall and get ourselves to a storage room where we can unlock, put away something in our storage. Now, given the circumstances of our positioning, the safest and probably closest storage room we could honestly hope to get to will essentially probably be the West Wing first floor. So we're going to immediately head that direction and get ourselves a storage room. We'll have a few zombies in our way. One will be on the balcony and the dining room to our left. We're going to avoid that. We're going to go to the one to the balcony on our right. Use the sword key here, have your handgun equipped, and be ready to drop a few zombies just to get them out of your way. We're not looking to kill them yet. Just want to put them down. And that will take care of that. Come on. Wasted 2 shells. 2 bullets. Dickheads. Manual aim is not exactly something easy for some people, so just remember that if you miss 1 or 2, it's alright, but it's a little annoying. So in here, grab the note instruction there on the table. Then over here, drop off the green herbs, drop off the ink ribbons, and go ahead, and that will take care of that. That pretty much will be everything you need from this area. We don't have access to a small key yet, so we can't unlock the second floor balcony terrace door or the other door leading down the hall. So we need to make our way around and up. We're not going to go that way. Instead, we're going to unlock this door and essentially gain access to the other side of the area out here. Now this will bring us back to the hall just outside of where the armor key is. But we're going to head back down the stairs to Kenneth's hall and make our way there. Get a small key and use the sword key, I might add, to get down there. So there's a small key in the kitchen. So I pretty much have gotten it commemorated to memory now where some small keys I remember are. So that is where we're going to be heading. So head back to Kenneth's hall. And then we're going to go from there. Go ahead and just hurt him enough to drop him if you can. If not, then take advantage of just running past him and making your way down. The shots that we fired on him will not go unwasted because essentially it'll make easier dropping him later on. Once we have our means of getting some kerosene and burning his body, he will no longer be a threat, and that'll also free up his passage. So, down here, we will find the small key here as well. Go ahead and grab it. and then try to leave, and we will be beset by a zombie here, as well as the one on the floor to our right that will essentially attempt to crawl and grab us. So wait for them to close the gap a little bit, then run around them so we can avoid getting grabbed by that asshole by the foot, and wait for this one to come pursuing us around the kitchen counter. And then we'll head up the stairs now. Now, potentially, upon heading up here, we're going to have the zombie directly to our front. Go ahead and run past him, and that'll avoid him from grabbing us as well. So that will be a benefit as well in that regard. Head out to the dining hall. You're going to do a little bit of legwork and taking some long routes around, essentially, because you don't have the luxury of ammo, but you also don't have the luxury of having the kerosene to essentially burn the bodies. So you're going to do a little bit of extra legging it around the building. So once we get out to the main hall, what we're going to do is we're going to head up the stairs again to the second floor balcony of the dining room, and we're going to make our way around. I believe the zombie will still be on the left side of the balcony. If that's the case, we can't push the statue just yet. Not like it really matters, because we don't have the armor key yet either. So we're going to head back out into the second floor hallway in the staircase, just above the save room. And we're going to use this door, this small key, to basically make an exit for the terrace out here. Now, once we're out here, we're going to make our way across the terrace, and then we're going to unlock the other door that's actually locked from the other side, which is what we want. So once we've done that, now I need to think my strategy here. Okay, so we know that there will be a small key in the bathroom on the first floor of the east wing. And we also know there will be a small key in the save room on the first floor, storage room on the east wing as well. There's also another small key in the second floor bedroom as well. So we essentially need to get these small keys pretty much tacked off pretty well. We're going to go ahead and unlock the second floor hallway here, but we're not going to go through it. We're just creating an entry point for that room particularly. Matter of fact, maybe I think no. Let me think. Bear with me a moment here. I'm just trying to strategize here a little bit. Second floor, there's some zombies there, but I want to get the kerosene as well. So I think we'll go ahead and not do the second floor yet. I think we'll stick to what we were originally planning to do. Essentially, we want to do that by basically avoiding that altogether. So once we get down here, we're going to use our small key again to basically discard this particular item. Now, right from the jump, there is going to be a dagger here that we can grab. There will be no magazine, typical to what you'll encounter entailed. This will only have a dagger, which we will have for a defensive measure. And it will come in handy because we essentially will be dealing with the zombie in this room with the bathroom. My aim is to hopefully stab him with the knife. I do not want to try to use my gun if I don't have to, but we're going to see how well we do with this. We are in caution status, so we want to do this very diligently and very carefully. So, main priority is to basically get our handgun equipped. I'm going to try to take a couple of shots, but essentially I want to try to... It's a tight space, so I may have to use my gun altogether. I was hoping that maybe I wouldn't have to, but we'll have to see what happens. Ooh! That was a lucky break! Let's go! One less zombie, and we don't have to deal with them coming into the hallway. That's fucking awesome! That was perfect. That was exactly what we could have hoped to get. That was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Wow. I mean, what a lucky break that was. So once we have the old key here in our possession, we're going to go ahead and use it. And we're going to go out here and grab the herbs, and we're also going to grab the herbicide. We obviously cannot grab the kerosene here quite just yet, which is okay because we essentially don't have the canteen to grab the kerosene yet. But that's neither here nor there. So go ahead and grab the herbs, mix the red and green herb to provide yourself with one extra level of pocket space. And that will give us what we need. Now we have 9 shots in our handgun. We are going to essentially just, hopefully, knuckle down and not have to actually waste those shots if we can help it. You're going to be doing a little bit of this for a long while, so just be forewarned about that. This is something you're going to be doing a little bit of. So we're going to head on through now to the main hall. Actually, let's take a different route. We obviously can't go to the shotgun room yet. That's pretty obvious. So we won't have to really worry about that. We obviously killed the zombie in there, so that will not be a problem either. Inside here will be the shotgun room. We can't go in there yet because we don't have the broken shotgun, so it's moot. You may have ink ribbons, you may have a dagger, but the real prize is the shotgun. So we're going to immediately head into this corridor here and head through this room here and make our way through this area. Obviously, there will be a zombie, 3 zombies in this area. The most evident one will be this one right here, which we would hopefully can cut up. So once we dispatch that zombie on the stairs are usually the best place to dispatch zombies. Or in areas that they cannot necessarily navigate very easily and not without difficulty. So it's kind of a catch-22, really, when you think about it, because they can't really navigate the room easily enough to get to you, but at the same time, they're in a position where they wouldn't take the chance unless they could. Not take the chance, but they're incapable of doing it, which gives you a rather obscene advantage, if you catch my meaning. So go ahead and grab the canteen, get the kerosene, burn that body right away, and then we're going to head back to the second floor upper hallway and hopefully do the same. Stop playing with me. Three shots to put him down. So once we dispatch that zombie, go ahead and burn him, and that will take care of him. Step back. Now head out into the balcony, into this main hall here. Ignore the zombie at the far end of the hallway. That one is not going to be relevant for a few minutes. Our concern will basically be to get two of these other items in question back where they need to go, so... Oh, you fucker. Get off of me. Dickhead. So obviously we're in danger status, so it's okay, though. We're okay. We're a little bit... Well, we're not okay, but we are okay because we're out of harm's way now, so we essentially can avoid that. But in here, you will find the dog whistle. Obviously, we cannot take that. We also have another magazine. Obviously, in here, we cannot take that. So grab the botany book and then head back the way you came. We're going to go ahead downstairs and use our healing herb that we essentially made earlier, specifically for this very purpose. So... We'll also refill our kerosene. Kind of hoping I could get away from that one zombie without getting bit, but obviously we know how that ended up working out. We're going to leave our small key here because we have a door here that we can use this for. So we're going to leave that here in question. And we're going to go ahead and refill our kerosene. And we'll take that, but we will take that wooden board, though. That will be something we can use. Actually, we're going to use that for the second floor map, so that we can navigate our way around here a little easier and have a general idea of where to go and where we can probably strategize our next moves are. So once we get to this point, go ahead and wait for that zombie to lunge at us. And then if not, we can just slip by him, and that's it. In here, we'll grab that other green herb. We'll mix that with the green herb we got from the balcony terrace on the first floor. We'll go ahead and do that when we get back to the save room. Go ahead and put the board up and use the lighter to light the fireplace. This will give us the second floor map of the mansion's second floor. And that will conclude that. Now, we're not going to shoot this zombie. We're just going to try to run past him. Essentially, this zombie will be gone by the time the hunters show up. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Fucking damn you. Fucking dick. Any other time, it makes no issue, but suddenly now I'm having issues with the dodging. I don't know. Maybe I need to do a bit of a practice run later on. Frustrating. So, just because it's not working, believe me, it does work. It's just fucking the game's animation seems to be really kind of tacky. Either that or my movement is not working like it should be. So, we're gonna go ahead and try this. Drop off the green herbs here. We're not gonna panic. We're not gonna quit. I don't want to do that. I want to keep it moving. I want to keep trying. So, we are gonna go ahead and head up the stairs now. I don't know if we can go back into this room because this doorknob may be broken. Okay, the doorknob there's no doorknob on this door, so you can't go through. So we have to take the long way around. This essentially will mean we'll have to deal with this asshole zombie again. And hopefully we'll be able to dodge him better this time around. We did. Good. So we did dodge him a little better that time. Thank God. Head over here, grab the dog whistle, and also grab the magazine over here, which we also need, because we will be stacking up our ammo a little bit soon with the pursuits of putting down some of these zombies. So after coming back out into this hallway, we're going to head back into here, and instead of going right, we're going to go left, immediately around the corner of the hall. Hopefully the zombie in question lying on the other side of the hall will be pretty much moving at a different pace. There he goes. We can move past him. Fabulous. Head down the way and get back to the main dining hall. And that will take care of that. Now, I probably should have grabbed the magazine. Unfortunately, we'll have to make a trip back for that anyway. We'll have to drop that small key. We'll have to use that small key to get that broken shotgun, because we need that broken shotgun to solve the puzzle, to get the shotgun so we can get the dog collar. So we probably should have grabbed the key, but unfortunately we had to leave that behind. So we'll have to make a special trip for that. But this is real survival, folks. This is what you got to do. This is frustrating, it's irritating, and you're going to lose patience. So if you're not up for it, don't do it. So head around the terrace here, and then into the second floor hallway. And we're gonna get bit again. What else is fucking new? You dickhead. We're dead. We're dead. Oh, we didn't die. I thought I was gonna die. I got lucky. I've definitely got to save my game here when I get an ink ribbon, because it's gonna be. We're not having a very good. We're not having a very easy time here with this piece of work. All right, so luckily for us, we do have a save. We do have an ink ribbon here, so that's saving grace. Wow. Let's go ahead and use that shit before we get any further ahead of ourselves, because we're feeling the pressure now. So save your game. If we do die, we can always just come right back to the save point, so we won't miss a beat. A little bit irritating. I'm forced to use my save item a little sooner than I wanted, but you do what you got to do. Unfortunately, I'm not having a very easy time with the dodging, and for whatever reason, I'm struggling. So we'll see what happens with the rest of it. So now we got to go back to the mansion area and the East Wing's first floor storage room and get the small key just to unlock this one damn door around the corner from us. Which is okay, because we're going to burn these bodies here. We're going to get these zombies out of our way. I'm sick of dealing with them. They're pissing me off, and I want to get rid of them. Once you've dropped that zombie, cut him up. And that will burn this zombie. So this only zombie will be left here will be this one. So that is going to be pretty good right there. Kerosene-wise, obviously I'm not really having any more kerosene. So that's okay. We're going to make our way back to the second floor. And hopefully we'll be able to get into that room pretty easy. So, get your handgun equipped. Get ready to drop that other zombie in this hallway as well. Not kill him, but drop him to run past him. Dropping him, shooting him off screen will be not advisable because we don't know if he's there. But there he is. Go ahead and run past that zombie. Just the 2 shots in him. And then make your way down to the first floor storage room and get that small key. Like I said, Chris is probably the hardest character you're going to play real survival with because it is so strenuously, frustratingly, overwhelmingly difficult if you don't know the proper route to take or the right tactics to employ. I know you're definitely going to be probably more intimate with your combat knife, survival knife, than you are with Chris and you are with Jill. Chris largely because he essentially has such a limited inventory, but it's kind of a good thing for him too because he has such a greater reach with the knife. And I mean, I just killed one zombie with just a couple of slices of the original knife, so essentially that would make it easier. Running past these zombies here will be a breeze. Make your way back to this first floor, West Wing storage room. And that will take care of that piece of business. So once you make your way through here, immediately head to the second floor balcony. We want to see if that zombie's shifted his position from the west balcony to the eastern balcony. So let's see. Nope, doesn't look like it yet. That's good. Now, upon entering this balcony here, we essentially are going to make our way down to this zombie, bypass him. He's obviously oblivious to whatever we're doing. But head into here and use the small key to get the broken shotgun. Grab the stun grenade, defense weapon. Grab the broken shotgun that we need. Get over here, grab the ink ribbons right here. And then grab the kerosene right here. We're going to dispatch this other zombie on the stairs here and get him out of our way. Before we do that, take a look at your inventory. Let's see where we got the most ink ribbons at. So we got 1 ink ribbon on the right, on the eastern storage room. We got no ink ribbons though. In the western storage room, we got 1 ink ribbon. On the eastern storage room, we got no ink ribbons. So we'll take these ink ribbons over there, and in the event that we don't need them, we'll bring them back over here if we have to. Like I said, you're going to get very intimate with your knife here because you essentially need it to get rid of some of these zombies. But luckily for you, a couple stabs is all it really takes to really drop a zombie. So it's kind of a good thing. I'm not sure if it is different with Chris than it is with Jill, but I know it has, there have been some, mutual successes here and there. So, it's good all around, no matter how you slight it. Go ahead and head out on the second floor balcony. The zombie will now be on the eastern side of the balcony, so essentially that will be good for us. We can push the statue down and get this thing pretty much out of our way. We're not going to waste our time with this zombie either, because much like the East Wing second floor zombie, this zombie will also disappear when the hunters show up, so luckily for us, we'll get the zombie just coming up on us as we push the statue over so we can book it. And that will take care of that. Now, I am not entirely sure if we will have to concern ourselves with the zombie in question. Get up the stairs, man. Figure out what you're doing with your directional approach. We're going to go up here and we're going to deal with the 2 zombies in these corridors. This will make our job easier in the long term. Essentially, we'll go ahead and drop this one. Headshot right off the bat. Beautiful. All right, we don't have to use that. We don't have to use our grenade. We'll definitely take advantage of using our handgun, though, for finishing this one off. I don't know if we wasted a shot or not. I hope not. It doesn't matter. We dropped that zombie, so we're gonna burn him. So go ahead and use the kerosene to burn the body. And that will take care of that zombie. Now we'll head out into the 2nd floor balcony area out here, and then descend the stairs to the save room. Head into the save room, drop off the ink ribbons, but keep the broken shotgun. Now, once we've done that, we obviously know that this door will not be broken in this game. Real survival, this door is fixed at all times. So, heading into the double rooms here to the first floor. Now, there is a chance the zombies will breach the glass room if it comes down to that. It won't. Okay, well, that's good. It didn't come down to that, so that's a good thing for us. So head into here, and we will grab the broken shotgun, the defense item, and maybe even the ink ribbons in question. So that will take care of that work. Grab the dagger. I don't know if there's an ink ribbon here. It doesn't look like it. But grab the shotgun off the wall, and then replace it with the broken shotgun. Eventually, that will complete that puzzle, and we can leave without being killed after getting the shotgun. Now, after leaving the room, we could typically go back to the save room, but what we want to do is get the kerosene that's over here. So we're going to head out here. Obviously, we'll be beset by dogs, not once but twice, for each time we come out here to get kerosene, which is okay. First one we can avoid easy enough, and the second one will probably be the most threatening. The dog will just essentially stop and bark at us in animation, which will give us the opportunity, brief seconds of opportunity to get out of the room. Now, upon returning to this hallway, it's important you know that you come through this hallway entrance, through the first floor hallway leading down. You see that like sort of reverse L path right there? You want to come through that hallway, not the other side, because if you come through the other side, the 3 zombies that will be beating on the glass later will breach the glass and essentially be able to spill over into the hallway. 2 zombies will remain in this hallway, making it dangerous, but the 3rd zombie will essentially follow you into that area, that room that hallway that essentially will lead us to the painting room later on. We do not want to have that happen. We have 1 zombie that we have to contend with there, but 2 is going to be a bit much. So we're going to not go through this hallway again. We will come through here to get kerosene again, but we are going to take that reverse L passage right there where the zombies will break through the glass. Once they break through the glass, we're not even going to fight them. We're just going to run right the hell to the art gallery and get out of harm's way. That way, they won't get shot. We don't want to waste the shells on them. We don't want to waste the bullets on them. They don't, it's just easier to run right out of the area. So, as soon as we enter, run. And here they come. Oh, you fucking dog. Get off of me. Dickhead. So once we got through that, that is pretty much a good accomplishment. We don't think we took much in the way of damage, so that's good. Took a little damage, but not enough to bring us into caution phase. So go on in, and we'll head for the We'll head for the first floor save room and get our dog whistle and get this asshole dog to show its ugly mug, just so we can kill it. Now, once we do get the dog whistle, once we do kill the dog and get the dog collar, get the false key, we're going to do something very different than from previous streams. We're going to book immediately from the area so we can avoid the second dog. Essentially, this is what we want, because what we don't want to do is waste precious shells. Chris will definitely have the potential later to wrap it up, but we don't want to deal with that now. And the dog will be gone perhaps when the hunters show up. So it's really kind of a win-win in that respect. So we're going to just go ahead and deal with that. So head into here, go ahead and grab the dog whistle, and save your game one more time. We'll get more ink ribbons later on and bring them here. So with any luck, we'll have the means of just killing just the one dog versus both dogs. So we're going to, cross our fingers that we can pull this off. So equip your shotgun and head up to the second floor for the terrace. So again, we're going to head to the furthest reaches of the terrace over here, an enclosed pathway that essentially they will not be able to unavoidably get past, and we have one single shot that we can use to get the dog at a distance. Get the shotgun ready. Oh, you fucking dog. Don't you dare. Oh, he's used a fucking grenade, bro. Are you serious right now? Get the fuck off. I'm going to reload that because I did not want that goddamn dog to use that. So we're going to try that again. Son of a bitch. I'm not wasting a perfectly good stun grenade on a dog when I could use it on a zombie. That is not happening. So let's try that dance again. I'm definitely going to unequip it this time, just to make damn sure he does not use it, because I do not want him to use it. I mean, you could switch the settings to automatically use defensive items, or you could use the manual. Manual, you'll basically press the L1 button to essentially use the grenade. So let's go ahead and unequip that and try that dance again. Asshole. So again, we're going to position ourselves in a contained space. Get the fuck off of me, dog. That will take care of the dog. Did I get both of them or just the one? I think I got them both. One shot. Holy shit. One pistol shot followed by a single shotgun shot. That was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not usually that lucky. We got the false key. So we'll go ahead and check it. Now we will double back and we'll take the alternate route with the armor key in tow. So head back through this passage here. You'll get rid of the dog whistle, which will free up your space to grab the armor key, and then swap it for the false or key imitation. Head around the balcony here, or stairwell's railing, and then head through this passage, and then directly to the front will be around the corner. Be ready and turn and walk backwards as the approach of the Crimson Head rising will be pretty evident from the jump. So right backwards up, and bam, easy dead shot. So done. Good. We won't need the shotgun to equip that anymore, so let's take it or leave up here real quick. Run down here, grab the armor key in this little trap, and then swap it for the armor key imitation. So once we have the armor key in our possession, we can head down the stairs and immediately get cracking on some of these alternative doors. Obviously, the chunky zombie here will essentially be trying to sneak around to get us. It's very weird because he doesn't know we're there until we actually come through. This zombie will come wobbling his ass in, which is okay. We're not going to really worry about it too much because we're going to blow his head off. Or we were. You dick. One knife cut later, and that's easy work. Go ahead and burn his body. Now what we're going to do now is we have one kerosene left. We're going to go ahead over here and open up this pathway here with the armor key into the path leading to the herbicide or green room, if you will. No items in question will be here, but we will have access to this bedroom here. Got the zombie that is in the Keeper's diary will essentially be here. He will be dead as a doornail, but he won't stay dead. So we're going to burn his body and get him out of the way when his other boy, Keeper, gets out of the closet. Grab the magazine off the bed. Reload the handgun. Have your shotgun ready. Grab the Keeper's diary. And attempt to check the closet, and out will come the Keeper. Or what's left of him. Once he comes out, go ahead and blow off his damn leg, run in there, grab the small key, that's what we want, and just get out. We're not even going to stick around for his bullshit. Now, heading into this area here, obviously we will have a few things we need to drop off. That pretty much is, it goes without saying. So we're going to go ahead back to the storage room here, and we're going to drop off our shotgun for right now. we'll be making we'll make a trip for this back in a little bit. But we want to drop off the shotgun and the small key. And the reason why we want to do this is because we want to go and get the blue gemstone from the hall. And we also want to get some kerosene to burn the body of Kenneth's killer, the zombie in Kenneth's hall. So head into here, grab the kerosene that's in here. It's probably going to leave you with no kerosene, but that's what we want. So go ahead into here, check the kerosene container, refuel it, and then you will find there is not a single drop of kerosene left in here. So essentially there is nothing left in here for us to grab. So that'll take care of that piece of work, and that is going to be it right there for that. So upon entering this hallway, unlock the door at the far end, taking us into Kenneth's hall, and we're going to dispatch the zombie to our left right away. And that will take care of that zombie. So go ahead and burn his body. He is no longer a problem. He's out of the equation. Now that we've taken care of that problem, we're going to head down here, use the armor key to unlock the piano room, or lounge room, whatever you want to call it, and then head into the dining hall, grab the blue gemstone, and grab the emblem from this room, respectively. Emblem first, because we're closer to that, and then the gemstone. Go over here and grab the gemstone. Then double back to the tiger room and use that gemstone to get yourself 6 shotgun shells for a pretty close to being unloaded shotgun. So once we've used the gemstone, go ahead and grab the shotgun shells here hidden behind the statue, and that will complete that piece of business. Head back to your save room now, and we're going to grab the small key. But we're going to leave the shotgun shells behind for the time being. Grab the small key and leave behind. Matter of fact, reload your shotgun. Leave the shotgun shell, I should say, behind. But take a fully loaded shotgun with you, because we got one. Where we're going, we're going to drop one more zombie that will be problematic in our way, but one that we need to get out of our way to effectively get to what we need to get to. So head up to the second floor. And then we're going to head out onto the terrace. Now, essentially, after we dispatched the dogs out here, that zombie that broke through the door was essentially out here, but this place is going to be vacant for any threats. So bear in mind also, just as a reminder, that there's a green herb box out here that you can use to heal yourself if you are hurt. So take advantage of it if desperate enough. You probably can use it 2 or 3 times at best. So that will be a boon to you if you are looking to save yourself some much needed health. We'll go over here and use the armor key to open this door out here. And I think we will find just a dagger. No green herbs, no magazines, just a dagger. But a defensive weapon is better than no weapon at all. So head out here and you will find the dagger near Forrest's body. And that will conclude everything out here. Go ahead a little bit further. You get the cutscene of basically finding Forrest's body. There are no herbs. There is no ammo. So don't bother going the full measure around the balcony of the terrace. The terrace or the balcony itself, basically, to find anything, because there is nothing there. All you'll do is get Forrest up off his ass, and he'll come after you, and you won't have anything worth of noteworthy of showing for the reasoning behind it. Now, head into the second floor east hallway. And we're going to use the armor key to unlock Richard's hallway. We're going to use the armor key to unlock the armor room. We're going to use the armor key to unlock the private residence here on the second floor. And then we're going to use the armor key downstairs to unlock the painting room puzzle, essentially eliminating the armor key just about all together, just with these innumerable number of runabouts in that fashion. Ultimately, down here, you will also find that after getting the armor key, Wesker will have left some bullets on the right, and he'll go forward to look for a way out. And here you'll find a magazine, as well as a first aid spray. So let's take the liberty of putting those items away. First, we'll go ahead and make room to grab them. So grab the first aid spray and the magazine. We'll go ahead and put the first aid spray away. Take the small key. Put the knife in your inventory. Put the shotgun away. And we'll go ahead and take the kerosene as well. If you do get grabbed, don't worry about it. We got a knife. That's what we used it for. Two shots. And one final pistol shot. That'll do it. Burn his body and get him out of our way. That essentially will also free up kerosene for us to grab from the first floor terrace with the dogs. So go ahead and use the armor key. The armor key is no longer a factor, so we don't need to go into getting that ready for anything else. So head on here and let's solve this puzzle, get our death mask, and use the old key to open the gate leading to the outside for us to get out. Remember, one switch here on the very first switch you'll face is going to be right here. Head down and around the corner and then hit these switches one time each. That'll give us a green crown, and the next will be a purple necklace. And puzzle is solved. head to Lisa's portrait of the stained glass, and then go over here and hit the switch. There you go. In and out. Grab the death mask without a mouth. Then use the old key to open the gate. See, now we're getting a rhythm now, see? Everything's starting to come together a little bit. Before, we had a little bit of a shit show with dodging enemies and taking damage, but now we're actually pulling our shit together. So now that we've used the old key as well, we have a free spot to grab the shotgun shells. Once we have that, we're going to head down and use this mask in the crypt. So once we've used that mask, we're going to head back up, take the mural painting door back to the mansion main hall. Okay, now that we're here, we're going to head through the East Wing first floor hall, avoid the dogs, get that last kerosene refill from the terrace outside with the broken down boiler where we got the herbicide. To get there, we're going to need to navigate through these dogs that are in our way. Little delay for them to sort of react to your presence, but ultimately a breeze. Now listen. You can hear them beating on the glass. Do not go beyond that corner. If you go beyond that corner, they'll breach the windows and you're in trouble. That's more threats we do not need to deal with. So we're just going to make our way around here. Dog will be to our front. Dog will rush us. Go ahead, grab the kerosene, get out. What a dodge. That was a nice dodge. So we got what we needed. Now we can head back to the first floor main hall. Obviously, we're not taking that route. We're going to go right back through the dog hallway here. Just do what we did before. Run past them. Let them get like a little twitchy and just run past them. And that's it. We never have to go through this hallway again. Problem solved. Head back to the main hall, and then let's take in an assessment of what we have left to do now. So we obviously have the second floor pretty much well and truly unlocked, so we got a number of rooms to check out. We also have access to the first floor's room to get the other death mask in terms of using the herbicide, and we have to get the music notes from the third floor of the attic, second floor leading to the attic. So we essentially have a few places to go, but I think the most important and most relevant thing we can do right now is get Richard and get him the serum. So let's head there and find Rebecca and Richard together. This essentially will enable us to drop off our shotgun shells as well. So head on through this main hall and head into Richard's hallway, where you'll find the cutscene with Rebecca tending to Richard. Go ahead. She's got a nice little cowboy outfit on, if you notice. A nice little twist of the costume change that you basically will have with Chris putting on the tactical outfit of his Resident Evil Code Veronica days, but he will essentially be wearing a cowboy, outfit in that regard. So it's definitely going to be kind of one of those things. So, but we're going to be on a mad mission to basically go get the serum now to save Richard's neck. So we're going to definitely make our way through the second floor balcony area of the dining room, and then into the stairwell leading down to the medicinal storage room on the first floor. So once we get here, go ahead and put your shotgun shells away. You're not going to need them for a little while. Grab the serum and then get the hell back to Richard. So once you make your way back to the main hall and then into the east wing, second floor hallway, just make your way through this passage here to Richard's hall and you'll get the cutscene. At which point you'll begin again from the first floor storage room, medicinal storage room from the west wing. So now that we pretty much have that established, we're going to head back to our original path. Rebecca will essentially heal you. You can use her as a heal. You can get a couple of heals from her if you end up in trouble, so you can also do that as well. So we're going to head into this passage here. Obviously, there'll be a zombie now here in the hallway where Richard and Rebecca were. He will not become a problem until he enters the second floor hallway that we just came from. So go ahead and equip the 2 green herbs and use them. And we're going to make our way into the very back of this hall perception in this moment. So hold on a second. Let's take a quick look at our inventory, though. This might be a bit sketchy because I think I have... I'm not sure. Alright, so we were able to avoid that zombie, so my hope is that I can actually bait him into coming into this room. That will not be problematic, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and probably will light this lantern for this candle first. Obviously, the zombie will immediately enter the room. And this essentially what I want to do is basically lure them into a trap to where they will basically pursue me. But essentially what I want to do is get behind them get in here, grab the notes, and then get out. Which we did. And that will take care of those zombies. They won't come after me. They won't leave the room. They're pretty much going to be in there. So that'll be a breeze in the long term. So once we got what we need for the music notes, we can get out and get started with the next phase of this work. Dodge the zombie and then keep moving. Take a moment to check your map real quick. All right, so we have the armor room, and then we have the adjacent bedroom / office area that we have to investigate. So we're going to definitely make our way around. Oh, there goes the zombie. Now he's in this hallway, so we're going to need to get rid of him. So we'll drop a few shots with our pistol. Come around the corner, fuckface. I got something for you. Come on. Time is money, douchebag. Let's go. There you go. Open wide. Ah, love it. Headshot. Perfect. Excellent. So that's one less zombie to deal with. Now, let's get back into this particular area where we essentially will drop off a few items here in question. Obviously, we'll take a few of these items with us in tow, but there's a few of them we're going to drop off because we're going to need to navigate this room, these 3 rooms here. So, I think the most relevant thing we're going to drop off is going to be our knife for right now, our green herbs for right now, our music notes for right now, our kerosene for right now. And we're gonna... I'm not gonna save the game just yet. I'm getting close. You want to save your game often with this, because if you do fuck up, you're not gonna have a chance to make up for it. We don't need this weapon equipped, though, I know that much. Now, if we come back here, there will be a zombie in this room. So essentially, we do not want... That's why essentially I wanted to leave as much of my stuff behind, because I do not want to have to come back here unless I have to. Get everything in one go, and that way we don't potentially have the risk of a zombie surprising us coming out of this damn room. So over here, we'll get another small old key. And then over here, we'll get some more ink ribbons. And then on this side of the bed, on the floor, a green herb, which we will mix with the red herb. And upon doing all that, we can head to the other room. The other room will essentially be locked with a simple lock. Thankfully, we got a small key to open it. Go ahead and use the small key to open the door. And we can head on in. Inside here, go ahead and grab the bee lure. Lure of a bee, so to speak. Forget the switch, nothing happens, so don't fuck with it. Researcher's will grab the lure fish hook. And then over here, grab the bee specimen. Replace the lure of the bee on the specimen rack with the fish with the other lures. And then put the bee specimen where the bee lure was. Now you can press the switch and you'll get the wind crest. At which point the bee will come to life and attempt to sting you. Grab the wind crest and get out of the room. upon which we can now easily navigate and exit this room. There will be no zombie trying to burst out of the room. It only happens when you enter the room and then leave and then come back and there's a zombie there. So it saves you a grievance of that issue where you have to contend with that. So we're going to go ahead and leave. Matter of fact, take a look at your inventory real quick. I want to see what the... Alright, so we're going to take one of these ink ribbons with us. We're going to drop off... We'll take the green herb with us. We'll take the music notes with us. We'll take the... We have any... What are the healing items we have on the left side of the mansion? I want to make sure I have enough healing items over there. Okay, we got one healing item, but we're also going to be going to get a couple of green herbs. 5, I think. So... I think I'll take another green herb with me. And... Yeah, I think that's what I'll do for the time being. And I'll take my kerosene. I definitely need the music notes and the ink ribbon. I'll take the shotgun. No, actually no. I'll take this stuff and I'll just leave the rest of the stuff here. I'll have to come back for some of it. I obviously will definitely need it for when I go to take on the snake to get the very last death mask. Oh, looks like that zombie's in there now. Looking for a way out. So we're gonna get out of here before that zombie gets out. I don't want to deal with another asshole zombie. We will have to make a trip though, back here to get the other mask, essentially for in the armor room key that we unlocked there. So we'll have to make another trip back here anyway. So once we've entered the second floor balcony, again, circle around on the western side, not the western, but the far southern side of the balcony. And essentially that will enable us to get around and through here. We'll go into Rebecca's medicinal room. She'll ask us if we need to be checked out. Don't think you really need to, so we won't, as of yet. Kind of weird seeing her in a cowgirl outfit, though. Just saying. I don't know. I feel like I'm on an episode of...
This room is equipped with
Look at that.
all sorts of medical supplies. I could pretty much treat any wound. Want me to treat your wounds?
There's just terribly something suspect about this whole scenario. It feels like a bad adult film attempt. I don't know.
No.
So we're just... Yeah, say no. Always, well, not always say no, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm just digging a deeper hole for myself, so let me just shut up. I'm going to go ahead and put the ink ribbons in here, the green herbs in here. We're not going to take the notes. Let me think. Use them, the herbs, 3, basically make there's there, so... So we're going to make our way to the herbicide room and use this herbicide to kill the plant and essentially get the herbs that will be there, as well as the death mask. So run on down the hallway here. Ignore the zombies beating on the glass. They will obviously breach it the next time we go to leave. So that will be a circumstantial thing that we cannot avoid. Head over here and use the herbicide. turning the water a poisonous brown color, and turn the water pump to the red. That will essentially poison the plant and kill it. Once the plant is dead, grab the green herbs and mix them. Grab the death mask with no eyes, and then head on out. And then obviously, as soon as we go to run past these glass windows, the zombies that are beaten on them will essentially breach them and fall into the hallway. So we essentially will be making our way through the area. Upon returning to the room, go ahead and drop off the herbs. Grab the music notes. And then we're going to head our way back to the main hall, where Kenneth's, not the main hall, Kenneth's hall, and use the music notes to essentially attempt to play Moonlight Sonata. This will essentially put Rebecca up in the room to essentially solve the puzzle. And then we can go off and go do our armor room puzzle with the getting the last death mask. Dodge the zombies in this hallway to the best of your ability, if at all possible, and then just get out. Head to the far end of the hallway and enter the piano room. Grab the musical score from behind the book, The Wine Cabinet, and use the music notes with the other half, and then take them to the piano and try to play. Skip the cutscene, let Rebecca practice, and get out of the room. Bang, bang, bang. Now, obviously, one of the zombies in that hallway will be attempting to gain entry to Kenneth's hallway. We're not going to worry about him right now. Right, we are going to do, though, is go solve the armor room puzzle and get the second mask. We're going to take both the mask we got from the armor room and from the herbicide room, and we're going to take them down to the crypt. So once we get into here, we're going to have a few of these little things here to deal with. So obviously you pretty much can remember. Upper right one will be first. No, actually I take that back. It will not be the upper right one first. The lower left one will be first. Then the upper right one will be first. The second. Oh, no, I was right the first time. Upper right one, then the lower left one. My apologies. I'm always making mistakes like that where I'm doubting my cognitive. So then the lower right one will push the upper left one into the slot, and then we can solve the puzzle. So go ahead and press the switch The poison will be trapped behind the suits of armor, and then the jewelry box will be released holding the death mask with no eyes or nose or mouth. Sunshine will awaken me, so hit the heart symbols. One on the front, one on the back. Hit them both. That'll open up the jewelry box, and then we will have the third death mask. Now we will make our way out. Take the main hall exit because we have to drop off these two masks, but our other goal will be to take the shortcut back through the painting room puzzle room and get to the storage room to grab those items in question we need. And that will conclude those two masks. Now we can make our way out of the crypt. I essentially like to put the masks in place so that way I don't have to hulk as much. I can actually bring shit that I ultimately probably wouldn't be able to bring. Like, say, some extra healing items, or maybe some extra ammo that I may need to dispatch the Crimson Head. But irregardless, they're out of the way, so we don't need to worry about hulking them around with us at that given point in time. So head on through the unlocked gate leading through the painting room or stained glass room, depending on what you want to refer to it. And then head out the door leading to the first floor hallway, just shy of the back area entrance to the mansion. Then head to the first floor east storage room around the corner. Now, once we are here, we're going to grab a few things. The most evident thing is going to be the shotgun, the knife, and also probably one healing item. Matter of fact, we got, how many healing items we got here? About 3 healing items and 1 save room. What about the west wing? 1, 2, 3 healing items. Oh, we got 4 healing items, in fact, so, Okay. Well, we won't take the healing item with us, but we will take these items because these are going to be very relevant and very prevalent. You don't want to leave these particularly in any one place for too long a period of time that you can help. So let's make our way back up the stairs, not turn around with this damn stick. I don't hear the zombie beating on the door anymore to get out, so that's a good thing. All things considered, though, we're going to head through the second floor hallway on the east wing, back to the main hall. Then we're going to head for the west wing hallway, head down to the medicinal storage room where Richard is sleeping. We're going to head into the storage room. We're going to drop off a few things, but we're going to take some pick with us. So, right from the jump, we're going to go ahead and drop off our kerosene. We're going to drop off our survival knife. We're going to drop off our magazines. And we're going to drop off, we're going to take the triple green herb with us, and we're going to take the emblem with us. We're not going to save our game yet, but we will eventually. I think we got enough lucky shot in us to avoid getting grabbed by these zombies in this hallway, so we'll see. We're doing so well, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm not going to not be sure about it either. I don't think we'll need to really worry about them. So as soon as you enter the room, head down the hall, avoid that green zombie, dodge the brown zombie, and then head right into Kenneth's hallway and immediately up the hall to your left to the piano room where Rebecca will be practicing her solo act. At which point, because we've been busy with the other things, she will have gotten it down pretty good.
Chris!
So once we pretty much have opened the puzzle here, we'll essentially head in, get Trevor's diary, grab the gold emblem, and then swap it for the brown wooden emblem. Go ahead and run out of the hall, out of the piano room. Just ignore her. Sorry, gotta go. And just keep right on moving. Head back to the dining room and solve the emblem puzzle. Ignore the door. If the zombie still hasn't busted through yet, we're not sweating it. Head over here. Use the emblem to open the clock's gears on the grandfather clock. And remember, you want the large hand, and you're going to turn it to the left 2 times. One, 2. And when it asks you to turn it to keep turning, say no, and it'll solve the puzzle. Upon which it will move, and it will grant you the shield key. I am still not going to save, because I am going to go right to the room right now, and we're not even going to fight, we're not even going to, well, we probably will fight it. Or at least weaken it. I don't know. I don't think I'll do either or, to be honest with you. So, we're just going to go right to the attic and get this mask. We're going to try not to get bitten. If we do get bitten, not a big deal. Nothing to freak out about. Just get right in there, get the mask, get out. We're not even going to fight the fucking thing. We're just going to grab what we need and go. Which is essentially an entirely optional thing that you can do, is fighting the snake. I usually do it just because I'd like to, stick it to him a little bit. But in this particular instance, we're not going to really tempt fate. We want to get through this as fast as possible and keep it moving. So, run up here to the attic, use the mansion key, the shield key, discard it. Once it's used, it will no longer be available or needful, so just ditch it. Now, entering this room right away, enter the room and you'll be beset by the yawn, the giant snake. It will poison you if it bites you, so try not to let it bite you. Just run around, grab the mask in question. Hopefully it will be moving, which it is, and not gonna attack us, so we got through it. No problem. Bang. So, we are out of here. So, we now have the final mask in our possession to get this party rolling. Now we are going to head for the graveyard, or crypt, if you will, to essentially get our next piece of work. Now we have a fully loaded shotgun. We're going to be ditching this shotgun, so we're not going to really be using it much longer. We're not going to take the shotgun with us to the residence either, because we obviously know we'll be getting the auto shotgun there with Richard's death. So immediately head down here and head out into the main area. We're going to start off the fight with 3 pistol shots and then essentially finish it with the shotgun. Because, I mean, we'll be getting a fresh magazine, right from the coffin when he drops. Not shotgun shells, but a handgun magazine. So, might as well just use the existing 3 shots we have in our handgun and just go into the next stage of our business with a fully ready handgun, fully loaded, with fresh ammo. Come on, this is ridiculous. I'm facing the fucking thing. Dick. So once we put the mask with no nose up, the coffin will drop. Approaching it will immediately instigate the cutscene, which will raise the grave of this asshole Crimson Head from his little grave. Sit down, buddy. While he's down, run over here, grab the magazine. And that'll be it for him. So once we open the switch, go ahead and use the stone and metal object. And then get out of the crypt area. So take a look at your inventory and let's see what we have here. So we have the 7 shells that will be here, as well as the 30 handgun magazines. So essentially, I think what I want to do is I'm going to take... Obviously, I'm going to need to go get the Windcrest. That is evident. So I will probably take the handgun ammo, the kerosene, 1 healing item, and the rest I'll probably leave behind. Essentially, we really won't have much to really worry about with the next area. The only thing I probably will be concerned about is probably... I'm not really sure. I'm not sure, really. I'll probably drop off this. Let me go use this stone and metal object first. So let's go use this first. Obviously, the dog will be attacking me out here, but we're not going to really worry too much about the dog. We'll put the stone and metal object in, and then we'll just get out of the area. You fucking dog, get off of me. Get off, you dick. I'm not playing with you. Fucking dick. Asshole. Anyway. We will have taken a little bit of damage, but that's okay. I'm not sweating that. Alright, so here we'll be in this East wing box. We need to get the wind crest. So we're going to grab the wind crest that we're going to take with us. That will be evident in itself. I think we're also going to take... I think we'll take the green and red herb. The green herb, the wind crest. Maybe not the green herb. I'll probably leave that here. I'm taking the green and red herb because if I do get the blue herb, I essentially can mix this right away and have an immediate green and red and blue herb mixture available for in the event I should get poisoned, which is essentially a big thing. So, we're definitely going to do that. We're definitely going to take a trip over to the West Wing. We're going to grab the kerosene. I think I'll actually leave behind my magazines now that I think about it, because I'll be getting a magazine over there, and I don't really need a lot of ammo to drop this asshole, Plant 42, with Chris. Especially if I'm getting the auto shotgun. So I think I'll take my survival knife, though, but I won't take my magazines. I'll leave them here. The knife will be handy for dropping the spiders, because the spiders are pretty much easy to kill with the knife. So I'll take the knife, but I'll leave my handgun ammo. Here, Rebecca will obviously be present, so we will take the kerosene, and we will take the knife. And then just for added measure, see, this is going to be a problem now. This is going to be a problem, because I can't get the Magnum. I can't get the square crank, and I can't get the Magnum with this. I may have to leave the healing item behind. Damn it. So we're gonna have to leave them. We're gonna have to leave a healing item. We're not gonna take any healing items with us. We will save our game though, but we'll be sure to let her heal us.
Yeah, would you? Thanks.
Somebody sure knows how to get a deal. Most of the medical supplies here are from Umbrella.
Umbrella?
Don't you know? They're only the biggest taxpayers around here.
I bet they are. So let's go ahead and save our game real quick. We will save it in this instance because I essentially absolutely do not want to take a chance of screwing this up. And if I do get fucked up, there is no chance of me getting the save game out there because there is no ink ribbons out there. Not at the cabin, not at Lisa Trevor's cabin, and certainly not until I get to the residence. So we're a bit out of luck with safety. Where safety is concerned, we're a bit out of luck. So we're going to save our game, absolutely sure. Stop. This damn fixed camera and the sticks is just driving me nuts. So, all right. So let's go ahead and get to this bit. Yep. Back to the main hall. Matter of fact, I think we'll go ahead and I don't know. Kind of think I want to drop a zombie here, but I think I will. I'll go ahead and use my shotgun. I'll drop a zombie here. That way, essentially, I don't need to take the shotgun with me. I can just use it and ditch it. Because essentially, that is essentially not going to be to my benefit in any capacity. Oh man, look at that fucking guy! He took 2 shots right to the gut. Now we'll take care of him. All right, that's one less zombie to deal with there. All right, now we can get some of the now we can get some of the new kerosene from the greenhouse as well. So it's kind of a good thing too, because we can actually get some of the fullest capacity of the greenhouse's residents, some of the stuff from there. So that's good for us. I'm actually happy with that. But we'll head out here. Hopefully the zombie will be to our left or our right. He'll be to our left. Fantastic. Let's get out of here. Well, I mean, he'll be to the, Chris's right, your left, if you're facing the screen. So, you get my meaning. Anyway, let's head right for the back door of the mansion. Once we've navigated our way to the back door here, we'll take a minute. I don't think the dog will be up and walking around, or maybe he will be. Either way, we're just going to run past him and get out of this area. Wow, he got up right away, didn't he? Doesn't matter. We're out of here. So upon entering here, right away off the jump, you'll have some shotgun shells to your left here, which we are going to pick up as well and use, incidentally. Grab the stun grenade over here. The reason why I want to use these, when I say incidentally, is because we're going to be dealing with these dogs out here, which is essentially is what I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of them right from the jump, just because of this work. So, heading outside, we'll get the radio call. Go ahead and ignore it, or skip it, whatever. Shoot the dog. And that will take care of them, and will put us right back in position for 3 shells in our shotgun. Now we'll head back into the garden room. Essentially, we want to go get the crank now. That's why we're going back the other way. I only went this way just to grab that. We will not take the first aid spray with us quite just yet, because we're going to need to use up our item, particularly for the Windcrest. We'll get that first aid spray when we come back. I have no doubt that we may end up needing it in the event that Miss Lisa Trevor decides to bitch slap us with her handcuffed hands. Oh, what was that? What was that over there? Oh, I thought that was like a windows that we could see into the mansion, but it looks like it's just like little battlements kind of thing. Not sure. So, stop the red crow facing to the west. That'll turn the statue towards corresponding direction to solve this puzzle. Skip the cutscene from Wesker. Head down the steps. Stop this one to the north. And that will solve the gate key, the gate puzzle with the dogs, and that will put you on the path to the cemetery. Entering the cemetery, just walk, do not run. If you run, you will spook the crows and they will attack. Be very careful with the one to the right and the left in the both adjacent positions, because essentially either one of them could take off. If one takes off, they all take off. So use the wind crest to get the sun, moon, and star crests to appear. Grab 2 of the crests or one of them, whatever you prefer. You're going to need to use them to get them to free up your inventory to get the last crest, whichever one you picked. Once you've used them all, grab the 357 Magnum from the hidden treasure. Why is there? You can still see there's a Magnum. Oh no, there is no Magnum. It looks like there's still a Magnum in there, so it's kind of weird how it looks. So once you get into here, head through and continue on the path to the cabin, going further into the back of the mansion's grounds. You can take a left or a right, doesn't really matter. I always take right because I think that's a shorter path. The left one will take you up and then around, and then the other one will just basically do a circular well up to the right. So it doesn't really matter which way you take. There's no right or wrong way, but I think the right path is shorter. Inside the cabin, you'll find yourself pretty much ready for an ambush. Or not really ready, but you will be ambushed. Grab the courtyard map off the wall. Grab the small family picture if you want to there. And then head over here and grab the square crank. Now, upon trying to leave, Lisa will smack you on your head and give you a good night, give you a bit of a nap. Upon waking up, she will, for some reason, be coming back into the cabin, and I don't know if she went to go lock the door or what she was doing, but she had you at her mercy, so why the fuck she left, I have no idea. But essentially, she will be attempting to kill you again, or hit you again. Oh, come on, lady, let me out. Come on, girl, what the fuck? Get out of here. Any other time I could get by you, now suddenly you want to be a pain in my ass. Come on. Let me out. Oh, you fucking bitch. God damn her. Of course, she got me in caution status. Fucking bitch. Well, I was hoping to avoid having her do that, but it seems like that was unavoidable. So, we're going to be making a detour. We're going to use our square crank, but then we're going to make a detour back to the mansion. We're going to drop off the square crank, and we're going to drop off the Magnum. Normally, we would go straight to the mansion. We would go straight to the residence from this point, but because Chris has a limited amount of inventory space, we essentially don't want to do that right yet. So, and it's kind of okay because it gives us an opportunity to get healing because we obviously need it, and essentially be able to get ourselves in a position where we can actually take a couple more important items with us, maybe some more healing, because essentially that's what we're going to need. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was gonna fucking kill me. I thought for sure she was gonna kill me. Because 2 hits from her brings you down to danger. 2 hits. That's all it takes. She hits you like the tyrant. So she does a pretty significant amount of damage to you in that respect. So I was dead set on the possibility that she was probably gonna fucking kill me and I was going to reload the game. But we didn't get that far, so, you know. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to use this crank to raise the levee and pretty much drain the water from this area. After that, we don't really need to take the crank with us for a little while, so we'll just head back to the mansion. We're not that far from the mansion save room, and we'll drop off the crank as well as the Magnum. We won't need the Magnum either, so go ahead and skip the cutscene, and then head back to the mansion and drop off those particular items in question. Alright, so we're going to drop off the Magnum. We'll take a healing item with us, as well as the square crank. We could roll all the way over to Rebecca and have her heal us, but that's a little bit of legwork. I don't want to do that if I can help it. So we're just going to go ahead and use this healing item and call it a day in that respect. We'll use the shotgun probably to get rid of that dog, though. You fucking... Now you piss me off, you fucking dog. You asshole. I hoped to run past him, actually, but I didn't think he would, like, grab me like that easy, so... it's okay. We didn't take a lot of damage, so that's good. We got 2 shells left, so that's even better. So I might actually use the shotgun to deal with the spiders, and then basically go from there. I don't want to bring the shot. I'm not going to be bringing the shotgun back with me, so essentially I may end up leaving it at the residence. So let's get there. So we're going to immediately head down the ladder and make our way across. No snakes will drop down, so that is a W. Take it for what it's worth, and then board the elevator and head on out. Upon disembarking from the elevator, obviously you will have the crows here. So we'll immediately run through here and get to the residence. Easy. Now, pretty much right from the jump, we're going to go over here and grab this blue herb just to be safe. Obviously, we'll have spiders in the galley, not the gallery, but the galley ahead of us, or bar room, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. That's essentially where they'll be. And here, we'll find a stun grenade as well as an ink ribbon. We're going to drop off a few supplies, including reloading our kerosene. Drop off the first aid spray and the blue herb, and then grab the ink ribbons. And let's immediately save our game. In the event that we get poisoned, we can easily get back and, reload it. Or if we don't have any healing items at all, we essentially can do that too. So, reload, save your game in the residence storeroom. And now we will head out. Equip your knife, and we're going to first do is take out the spider as best we can. I will save my shotgun for absolutely necessary. Probably the most difficult one will be the one that will be up on the wall, and then when you stab him, he'll drop down to the lower level. This one will probably be the easiest, because essentially he will basically be pretty straightforward. Two stabs, circle. Two stabs, circle. Two stabs, circle. Remember that. That's actually the easiest way to kill the spider. You don't have to fire a fucking shot doing it that way. But this will be a bit different here because it's tight quarters and you don't have the luxury of spacing on your side, so we'll see what we get here. Or maybe we will. Let's go! Let's go! I love it. Easy. Easy. Let's go, bro. Wow, that is crazy. So we're going to take a detour. We're going to have to drop off some stuff. We don't have room for the red book, unfortunately. We could mix the green herb with the existing green and blue herb, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep myself option-ended open with the possibility of getting poisoned. So we'll take these back, and we'll do it that way. Oh, it's just my Alexa telling me the weather. So we're going to head into here, drop off the green herb. We're going to go ahead and mix that if we can. we'll go ahead and put our shotgun away in here. We'll actually use that thing up when we go to fight Plant 42. Use the last 2 shells from that, and then we'll switch to our pistol and our auto shotgun, and we should have just enough to finish them, and we won't have to ever, go out of our way to use anything else. So head back into the galley area and grab the red book that we left behind in here earlier. Wow, that was dope. I can't believe that actually worked. I used a column to protect myself. I always think that they're going to spit acid, but for whatever stupid reason, he just kept sitting there, like, sniffing the air or whatever he was doing. With his little, he's like, whatever. I don't know what he was doing, but we got rid of him, so I'm not going to bitch. This goddamn skull's gonna fall if it's not careful. So right away, we're gonna push this crate and block the hole for Plant 42 to grab us and strangle us with his vines. Oh, what are you doing? So... once we do that, we're going to go ahead and head into here and drop off the red book as well. Bear with me a moment here, I'm answering a question. Oh boy! Yikes! That'll be fun. Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and get started into there, and then we're going to head right into the next area. We need to get the 001 key. To get that, we have to go a little bit ways back to our original area. We have to go a little bit further into the grounds of the mansion. The residence, excuse me. So as soon as we get into this hallway, immediately start making your way in. Come on, what is going on? Why is this not showing? All right, there we go. That's better. So, right away, let's get right into this action here with this, getting us this residence map at the far end of this passage. Then heading into room 002. Now, we will obviously be attacked by a zombie, so we're going to essentially just basically get him to come in here. We'll get him out of our way. We'll go ahead and use our stun grenade to implode his head and essentially avoid that. Open wide and say, "Ah, asshole." Stay out of the corner and you can hear it. Ooh, yeah, that was the good stuff. That splatter crunch sound of his head exploding. Fantastic. So upon entering the room, obviously we will not be beset by the zombie, but that's okay, because whether we got him in here or we got him out there really wouldn't make a difference. In here it would be a little bit more dangerous because it's little tight quarters and we have no room to maneuver. And even if we did fight back, we wouldn't have much of safety to do much fighting. So, but luckily for us, we had a lot more in the way of grenades. So better to just blow his head off and get him out of our way. So once you get the 001 key, we're going to retreat back down the main hall to the residence's main corridor and use the key to open up the next area in question. So once we enter this room here, use the key, discard it. We will have no further use for it. Our time here is going to be very brief. Once inside this room, step past the suicide victim turned zombie, grab the self-defense gun, which we will use to deal with a hunter later on. The suicide note will come in tandem with that note. Head inside the bathroom, burn the body on the floor before it gets up. If the rope breaks, the zombie will get up along with his buddy getting down. Go ahead and use the unplug the dirty water, and then grab the control room key out of the bottom. And then make your way out of the bathroom. Do not go into the far reaches of the bathroom beyond that point, because the rope will break outside and you'll hear the zombie get down. And that only triggers if you go too far into the bathroom. If you stay out of the camera shot of the bathroom in its entirety, essentially that won't happen. That event will not come to pass. Certain positioning and angles of the camera changing essentially is what triggers those kinds of events. So we're going to drop off the self-defense gun. And we're going to get the remaining left of the kerosene here. There's only going to be one kerosene for a refill, essentially, but that's okay. That doesn't really matter. That's not of any relevancy of concern. But we are going to save our game yet again, because this will come into the question of the puzzle with the control room and the flooding of the aqua ring. We don't want to die to the sharks drowning us or eating us, so essentially we're going to save our game to be safe. So save your game, dump the ink ribbons, and then head back to 002, descend the ladder to the aqua ring underground lab. Now, upon entering the corridor, just return back down the hall to 002. Also, I'm going to be a little stupid here, and I don't know them as streamers personally, but I want to give a big shout out to some of my favorite streamers. Nothing but skills. Love watching you on Division. You're a fantastic player, and you have great insight. I cannot tell you how much time I checked out your input for the existing seasonal events, as well as the projects or specific missions for the ongoing seasons with Division. I also want to give a big shout out to Nugs the Final Girl, the horror hostess. That is absolutely awesome. Love your sense of humor. Definitely would count on you to hold my back in a horror scenario. And I also want to give a big shout out to Autumn Ivy, another popular streamer, big on cosplay, extremely awesome and talented in all respects. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Adriana Chechek, who is also another very devout streamer, very talented, Definitely like checking out on her a little bit for the work, especially with when she streams and all the content she is pretty much capable of doing on those fronts. I have not really developed my Twitch identity yet. I'm still rather leery about it, but know that I on Twitch and I do check out you girls and guys very often. Big fans of all your work. Keep it up, and I hope someday a humble, slow, low-key streamer like myself can somehow measure to your standard of content creating. So keep it up. Big shout out to you, and yeah, can't wait to see your product for the next time. So once we're down here, we're going to go ahead and push this over and make a bridge going across. Matter of fact, bear with me a moment. I want to leave a little something here for one of them. Just bear with me one moment. All right, there we go. Let's get to work with this next bit. So go down here and grab the green herb. We essentially will not need it quite yet, I hope. So let's cross our fingers and hope. Go ahead on down here, and you will be greeted with the cutscene of Richard's demise, saving your neck from the Neptune POW. Skip the cutscene and just run. Now, once we get up here, use the control room key, discard it, and get downstairs. Now, after we descend the ladder, head over here and check the notes on the table, just so we know what oil valve to control. So it's going to be valve number 1. So grab the aqua ring map off the wall, and let's get this party started. So as soon as you go over here to drain the water, you will be attacked by the shark, at which point will begin the threat of this impending death.
Emergency. Unknown source.
You got a limited amount of time to get this done, so do not fuck up. You fuck up, you lose time. You lose time, you die. So disable the safety on the right. Try to pull the shutter on the left. That will fucking freeze.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
Now we need to disable the oil pressure to fix it. Head around the corner. Get the number 1.
Reaching 50%
Turn around.
pressure threshold. Activate emergency drainage.
Activate the safety again. Pull this lever of the shielding to protect the shelter. And we we are safe. Now we will drain the water. And it will be safe to head out into the now unflooded aquaring. Once we enter this area, head over here, grab the magnum shells off the floor. And then head into the next room and grab Richard's assault shotgun off the floor. But I'm gonna bother fucking with the shark. We'll let the fucker, suffocate. Asshole. You tried to eat me. You ate my homie. Like LL Cool J said in Deep Blue Sea, you ate my bird. So head over here, try to grab the gallery key, and the shark will immediately knock it into the water. So we need to get rid of the shark before we even think about going down there to get it. Flip the switch on the generator, you just push in the water, and we got fried fish. So once we've killed the shark, head on down here, go around his corpse, get the gallery key, get out. Fuck you. Suffocate, asshole. You had it coming. Head through the double gate doors to the right and then ascend the ladder going up and out of this area. Another Resident Evil film fanatic arguing with me on Facebook. They're making another Resident Evil film, I guess, and Zach Redger, who is very good with weapons and Barbarian, apparently has been given carte blanche by Sony to do whatever he wanted with the upcoming Resident Evil movie. So I liked Weapons. I thought Weapons was interesting. I don't think I saw Barbarian, though. But we'll see. I'm not very convinced with video game-based films anymore. I mean, it's pretty straightforward in its own right by design that it is inherently flawed. You ain't gonna ever really make a good video game-based film or TV show and not have some body pulling on the cord of creative vision and thinking that they know what they're doing. I'm sorry, but I've said what I said. And the fact is it's never gonna be something I'm gonna really agree on in any facet. Go on down there, grab the red herb, then head down here, grab the pesticide spray, and then we're gonna get out of this gallery area until it's safe to come back in here. Avoid the bees as they're coming at you. Get away from me, dickhead. So once we get out of there, we're going to head over here and use the spray to pump this area full of poison. Then we're going to head back to the storage room, and we're going to drop off a few things, and we're going to grab a few things. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and grab is we're going to grab our existing shotgun at present. And we're also going to grab the red book. And we're also going to grab the ink ribbon. And this is essentially all we're really going to fucking need right now. Going forward. We'll come back for these other items in due time. We have a handgun clip we need to grab as well. But we're going to use our red book to essentially get the book out of our inventory. We'll go back and grab the magazine. And then in turn use the ink ribbon to save the game yet again. And then basically go forward from there. Or no, we actually could save. We could probably we'll save. We'll save the. We'll use the ink ribbon after we've killed Plant 42. Oh shit! I fucked up. Whoops! I forgot about the key. Oopsie! Alright, I'll take the ink ribbon back. Sorry. Disregard this. I fucked up. I didn't think about the key. I thought I already did the key, but I guess not. Yeah, that's on me. My bad. I didn't think that one through. So don't take the ink ribbon. Leave the ink ribbon there. If you already gotten there, I apologize. That's my fuck up. That's on me. Okay, drop off the ink ribbon. What a donut. How do I miss that? What a donkey. So, alright, get right back to the back. Get right back to the action. Oh. We'll grab that magazine there. I know it's a blaring thing to grab, but I don't want to grab it and then not be able to get the key. So let's get the key first. We'll use the key, then we'll grab the magazine, and that will basically give us our means of a weapon. So use the residence key, the 003 key in this case. Grab the magazine now that you now have room for, and we're gonna head into the room and get the V-Jolt report, use the red book, solve the red book puzzle, and then go forward from there. And then you basically just want to swap the bindings around. Far left with the middle, second one from the left with the second one from the right, and then the third one from the left with the farthest one to the right. And that will complete the pattern and open the hidden path. So right from the jump, we're going to have to use up our existing shotgun, and then we're going to go straight to our handgun. I want to get the handgun used up, because then I don't want to have to use up any of my shotgun ammo that I can very well use to engage with hunters. Oh, you fucking asshole. That was a new one. That will take care of the first stage of the fight. Alright, that'll take care of that bit. Reload. Oh, you fucker. That hurt. Why are you turning, bitch? Oh, you fucking asshole. And that will be all she wrote. Bang! I didn't use a single salt shotgun shot. I used nothing but 20 shots from a handgun and 2 shotgun blasts. That's perfect. I can't do it any fucking better than that. So once you've taken care of that piece of business, head over here and grab the helmet key. And make your way out through the double doors now. Rebecca will obviously be present. Go ahead and skip her cutscene. Then join her and have her heal you for any injuries you may have sustained. We did get burned, so we'll just have her heal us for that particular section. Now, she will treat our wounds, obviously, and then she'll have a personal breakdown. But whether you don't have her heal you or you do, essentially either or, thanks, she'll break down when you say, no, but I'm counting on you. She'll break down and she'll laugh a little bit and then she'll break down because it's like, Richard's dead, Kenneth's dead, Forrest is dead, her buddy Edward is dead on the train. So it's pretty evident at this point that her Bravo team compatriots are essentially, dropping left and right. So, I mean, I can't really blame her for having a breakdown moment because, I mean, she's practically barely 18 and she's struggling to stay alive against monsters. I mean, what do you expect the poor girl to... And she's just a fucking medic. So, I mean, what do you expect the poor girl to really... What do you think her limit is at this point? So once we get into here, we're going to drop off a few things, and we're going to take a few things with us. So the number one thing we're going to definitely do is we're going to take our knife with us. We're going to take the self-defense. Actually, we're going to probably make a trip here to grab a few things. We'll almost certainly have to make a trip back here. That's unavoidable. But it's okay. Worst case scenario, we'll probably come back here later on and we'll get some of these other items. So we'll definitely leave the first aid spray. Fuel canteen. We'll save the game and we'll take one of the poison, the green and blue herbs with us. Like I said, this is going to be where it's going to be a little hard for Chris because he's got to make double the trips to really essentially get to where he's got to go. But we won't come back for these until we have the elevator working. That way we can mitigate our necessity to basically go about here. We'll have used the square crank. We'll drop the square crank off here, then we'll come back for the existing items here. That's essentially what we'll have to do. So we're going to have to leave these items here for now. The Magnum shells, yeah, obviously that's going to be a no-brainer. So let's go ahead and take the green and blue herb with us in the event we get poisoned. Yeah, we'll have to come back here for those other items in question. But for right now, we're good. Let's get back to the mansion. We're coming up on a 3-hour mark here at about 18 minutes, so I probably will stop the stream at about 18 minutes. Maybe I'll probably stop it when I get back to the mansion. Go ahead and skip the cutscene and keep it moving. upon entering this courtyard. Obviously, right away, you'll have some dogs here you want to deal with, but we're not going to deal with them right now. We'll deal with them here later. Take the elevator back up. Cross your fingers we don't get poisoned. You or me. Run. And we didn't. Thank God. Now, obviously, Wesker will have left some supplies back in this storage room, heading back to the mansion. Essentially, we will not be able to grab them. That is pretty obvious. We will come back and grab them a little bit later, and basically just go from there with that. Have your self-defense gun at the ready, and then we'll switch to our pistol in the long term. Shotgun shells on the floor, obviously straightforward in that capacity. So Wesker will have left a note on the wall. Basically, use these with in case we've run into Lisa Trevor again. So head back to the mansion here in this area, and then let's just get right in there. Definitely want to use a dagger and not a grenade for them if I can help it. Grenades would be easier, but daggers would enable me to stun them a little bit to where I can actually get a quick shotgun blast on them. Oh, he almost took my head off. Get back, boy. Oh, no, you don't. Alright, that's 2 hunters down. He tried to take my head off not once but twice. You fucker. You cheesy, cheeky fucker. You think I'm fucking stupid? You think I'm gonna let you take my head off? No. We're not doing that. Not now, not ever. Go ahead and drop some of these items off. Where the hell's our magnum? Oh, there it is. Okay, we are good. We're gonna have to put our knife away for this, because I definitely don't want to get fucking too stupid with that. Because I'm not. I mean, you're gonna use a knife, but I'm not that big of a fool using a knife on a hunter. No, I'm not that big of a fool. Those guys have got the claws. They've got their claws are way more dangerous than a knife. So we're gonna let me gather myself here a little bit here. I need to get my sense of priorities here. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go and use the third floor, the second floor first. We're gonna get that area opened up with the helmet key. So we're gonna take our current existing weaponry at present. We're gonna push our luck a little bit here. At this point, no zombies should be in this area. These zombies will be gone. Good. Hunters obviously are occupying the territory now, so they push the zombies out, or they've killed the zombies altogether. So, but we're going to head into this room now and use the helmet key to unlock the third floor area here. And pretty much go from there. I think I will go for the 3-hour limit, essentially, basically for this, so... Push the statue all the way into the room. head into here, flip the switch, and then immediately run out of this passage here, take a left, and then get back into that room before it starts to close in on you again. Push it over and put it in its proper place, stopping the trap and opening the path. Obviously, there'll be nothing here. Drop down into the hole below, and that will basically give us the Doom book directly, firsthand, right in front of us. Press the switch on the gravestone to open the path forward, and then descend down into the corridor below. Now, we're not even going to fight the spiders. We're just going to run right through and get the hell out of here. Grab the map off the wall. Grab the shotgun shells off the floor. If we're lucky and we're fast enough, we can get in and out before these guys even get a shot on us. Oh, you fucking dick. He didn't poison us. But he almost did. Now here is where we're going to use both of our stun grenades to get one of these zombies out of our way at least, or maybe if we're lucky we can get them both out of our way. We'll use the zombie, we'll use one grenade on one zombie, and we'll blow off the one of the other one's legs. Right over here, and turn the power supply back on for the elevator. Now, obviously, that zombie will be a problem, but luckily for us, we're not coming back here again. So, go ahead and grab the blue herb. We're not going to be coming back through this corridor again. So, essentially, that will eliminate him as a threat. He'll be coming back as a Crimson Head, but we will not be coming through this corridor again. So, we don't need to worry about him. But what we will do is open up the back door back to the kitchen, essentially giving us an access point here. In this room, we will have two zombies. The one that was crawling essentially has gotten to his feet. So we're going to just deviate and head up to the first floor into Kenneth's hallway. I believe we will encounter a hunter here in the hall that will surprise us, but that's okay because we're ready for him. We got 9 shots in our handgun, 8 shots, including a shotgun for added measure. So... Oh, shit. Normally, I would not try to take down a hunter with a handgun, but in that instance, it was worth it. So once we get through here, we're going to head into the West Wing first floor hallway, and then head directly to the West Wing first floor storage room. Hunters will not crash the party here, so that is a good thing for us. Go ahead and drop off the book here. Grab the shotgun shells. We're going to go ahead and mix the green and red herb first. And the blue herb as well. So, go ahead and reload your handgun. Take the shotgun shells. Get one of the 2 green herbs here. Matter of fact, we're going to save our game and we're going to go use our key to kill the snake. Now, in fact, let's do that. Let's get that taken care of. We're just gonna take 2 green herbs with us. We'll take a fully loaded handgun, and we'll take a fully loaded shotgun, as well as the additional 5 shells in the shotgun. If we're good, we won't really need to use the herbs. If we're not too good, then, well, we have a little bit of a cushion to fall back on in that event. So head up the stairs, unlock the trophy room door with the helmet key. We'll come back and check that out later. Right now, we're gonna go use the helmet key to unlock the 3rd floor galley area leading to the other roundabout way to get to the library. We're going to use the 3rd floor to access the library, and we'll fight the snake on its terms. The only place we have a door that we have not unlocked with the helmet key is the 1st floor in the main hall, adjacent to, not adjacent to, but next door to the art gallery. But in any case, head around the corridor upstairs, and the snake will immediately breach the window and attempt to attack. Two more shots, and I'll use the shotgun shells to basically load it. Now I'll finish him with the handgun. Oh, you fucker. Oh! And that'll do it. Bang! Just bashes his head against the bookcase. Not too bad. Not too. We got bit up a little bit, but it's okay because we got the healing items to do the job, so that's good. Go ahead and grab the last book, volume 2. This will be the wolf medal that we need, and that will conclude that piece of business. Now head up the ladder and let's get out of this area. We obviously can't go through the double doors because they're broken and we can't access that room. That essentially will be the 2nd floor hallway that we need to make our way to once we gain access, once we get on the elevator. We're going to get to that elevator soon enough. No rush. So now we're going to enter the trophy room. Solve this puzzle in here. Right away off the jump, you're going to have the magazine directly to our Oh, we can't really solve it yet. We gotta drop off some stuff. So let's go drop off this book. Let's go drop off this magazine, and we'll basically then we'll come back and solve it. We need to get both the gemstones in this room. Oh, brother bear, brother bear. So we'll go drop off these ink ribbons. We'll drop off the magazine for the mounting 30 that we now have in our possession. And we'll go ahead and head up and grab those 2 gemstones as well as a dagger. I think that will be a defensive item on the far side by the bullhead. So head upstairs and let's get that there. Head over here. Let's push these dressers in the proper placement. Take the dagger. Grab the chief of security mail. Blah. Switch off the light. Get them to face that direction, then head over here and grab the yellow gemstone from the bullhead. Then get them to face in this direction, and then get the red gemstone from the deer head. Now, upon having those gemstones, we're going to head downstairs. We're going to save our game. And we're going to stop the clock right here. We'll use our very last ink ribbon, and then we will go ahead and save, and then basically pick up from where we left off. I'll probably might finish this tonight. I just need a bit of a break, 30 minutes, and then we'll get back to the action. Need a fresh coffee and stuff, and I need to stretch my legs. So, saving the game will be putting us right here in this placement here. So, but we have done a lot. I'm very pleased with that. We got through the main coordinates of the entire mansion setting. We made our way to the residence and solved that. We dispatched Plant 42. We dispatched the Yawn. We have the gold eagle and the wolf. We have the wolf medal and the eagle medals to gain access to the lab. We're on our way to getting the battery to get the courtyard elevator working to gain access to the caves. We got a pretty healthy supply of weaponry as well as healing items. All in all, a bit of a rough start, but pretty productive and pretty satisfying. We're at just at the 3-hour mark, 3 hour and 2 minutes, I think. So yeah, we're coming up on 3 hours and 2 minutes of playtime. So very productive run. And I couldn't be more pleased with it. Like I said, it was a little rough in the early infancies of the starting, but I mean, essentially, that is what you pretty much are going to run into if you're not on your toes with productivity. We have a little bit of extra legwork cut out for us, presentively, for that sense, because of Chris's limited inventory, but essentially, we're not we're not doing really too bad. I think this is probably one of the better examples of how you can play on Real Survival as Chris. But like I said, you're going to leave a lot of things behind, and you're probably going to lead yourself more into using your knife than you are anything else. Get comfortable with your knife. Get comfortable with manual aiming, because when you go to play Real Survival, you're going to need it. Invisible enemy, you're going to need it. So, I mean, it's pretty much in that order, but I mean, all in all, it's pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with it. So that's pretty much going to be it for now. The next time I play will probably be in the next 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, depending on that. I'll just get this over and done with. We're coming up on the cusp of it, pretty much coming to a finish. So I might as well just finish it off tonight. It is about 7:26, so I'm gonna stretch my legs, get a drink, play with my dog a little bit. I can hear her downstairs barking, so somebody's here. But I'm very happy with it, and I'm looking forward to keeping it going. So, but when I get back, we're going to wrap this puppy up by going to solve the other half of the tiger statue puzzle. We also have the red gem to get the jewelry box from the other remaining helmet room key doors that we essentially cannot access as of yet. It's in the first room to get the jewelry box there. With the red jewel, we'll get the emblem key, which is for Spencer's private office. And yeah, that is pretty much where we will get down to the nitty gritty of the work. But that's pretty much all I got for you for right now. Thank you very much for tuning in. Subscribe, like this video, as it will help me out a lot. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, tips or pointers, advice or lore, feel free to share them in the comment section. We would love to hear them. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So I am Savage Squishy 86, and I will be back in a probably half hour, 45 minutes to continue our real-time live playthrough of Chris Redfield Real Survival Run on Resident Evil, the remake. I'll see you guys in a little bit.